जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन, यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारी, जय कुंज बिहारी। यमुना तीर वनचारी, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्णा कृष्णा, हरे हरे, हरे राम, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्ण, हरे हरे, हरे राम, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्ण, हरे हरे, हरे राम, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्ण, हरे हरे, हरे राम, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा, कृष्ण कृष्ण, हरे हरे, हरे राम, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण, हरे हरे, हरे राम, राम राम, हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Shyam Sundar Radha Shyam Sundar Radhe Radha Ras Bihari Radha Ras Bihari Radhe Jai Radha Madhav Radha Madhav Radhe Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jai Krishna Balaram Jai Vamsi Gopal Vamsi Gopal Vamsi Gopal Jai Vamsi Gopal Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeka Jaya Subhadra Deki Jaya Sudarshana Jaya Nitai Sachi Sutta Nitai Sachi Sutta Nitai Sachi Sutta Nitai Jaya Tulsi Maharani Jaya Vrinde Ke Devi Tulsi Maharani Jaya Vrinde Devi Jaya Shat Goswami Jaya Guru Parampara Shat Goswami Jaya Guru Parampara Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Sripad Gurudev Jaya Jaya Sripad Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtodha Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace His Divine Holiness Bhakti Swarupa Damodar Swami Maharaj Ki Jai Jaya Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtodha Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Avai Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhams Parivrajaka Acharya Ashtodha Sata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय व्रजभूमि मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय द्वारका धाम की जय अयोध्या धाम की जय पंढरपुर धाम की जय गंगा मई की जय यमुना मई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय संवेद भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र मंदिर की जय गोपाल जी मंदिर की जय गुरु महाराज समाधि मंदिर की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees हरे कृष्णा निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to this morning's discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam. On behalf of Bhaktivedanta Institute, I wish to wholeheartedly welcome you all. Let me share the verse for today on the screen. Oh, I'm yet to open it. Just 1 second. Give me a chance. 1 second. Let me just open the. Okay. So now I'm sharing the words on the screen. Hope the verse is visible to all. So we are on the 10th canto, 5th chapter, that is titled The Meeting of Mahārāja Nanda with Vasudeva. And today we shall discuss on verse number 30. नूनं हि अदृष्टनिष्ठोऽयम् अदृष्टपरमो जनः अदृष्टम् आत्मनस्तत्त्वं यो वेद न संमुह्यति नूनं हि अदृष्टनिष्ठोऽयम् अदृष्टपरमो जनः अदृष्टम् आत्मनस्तत्त्वं यो वेद न संमुह्यति नूनं हि अदृष्टनिष्ठोऽयम् अदृष्टपरमो जनः अदृष्टम् आत्मनस्तत्त्वं यो वेद न संमुह्यति. Yes, anyone would like to recite? Please raise your hand. Yes, Anusha, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. Nunam yadrishthanishtoyam adrishta paramo janah adrishtam atmanastatvam yo veda na samuhyati. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Who wants to go next? Anybody wants to recite?
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji.
Nanda Pranam Mataji, please go ahead.
I could not see the first line.
Oh, sorry. 1 second, I'll just set it properly. Now it's okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Nunam hi adrasta nishtoyam adrasta paramo janah adrastam atmanastatvam yo veda na samuhyati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, anyone else would like to recite?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Anonam hi adristanistoyam adrista paramo jana adristam atmanastatvam yo veda nashamuyati. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Madhi Mataji. Yes, Tiravai wanted to go ahead. You wanted to recite? I saw your hand was raised. Dandavat Pranam.
नूनं ह्यदृष्टनष्टोऽयम् अदृष्टपरमो जनः अदृष्टम् आत्मनस्तत्त्वं यो वेद न समुह्यति.
Thank you. Very nice. Okay. Anyone else would like to recite? All right. So let's go to the word by word meaning, synonyms. Nunam, certainly. He, indeed. Adrishta, unseen. Nishtayam, something ends there. Adrishta, the unseen destiny. Paramaha, ultimate. Janaha, every living entity within this material world. Adrishtam, that destiny. Atmanaha, of oneself. Tattvam, ultimate truth. Yaha, anyone who. Veda, knows. Na, not. Saha, he. Muhyati, becomes bewildered. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Every man is certainly controlled by destiny. which determines the results of one's fruitive activities. In other words, one has a son or a daughter because of unseen destiny, and when the son or daughter is no longer present, this also is due to unseen destiny. Destiny is the ultimate controller of everyone. One who knows this is never bewildered. Purport. Nanda Maharaj consoled his younger brother Vasudeva by saying that destiny is ultimately responsible for everything. Vasudeva should not be unhappy that his many children had been killed by Kamsa, or that the last child, the daughter, had gone to the heavenly planets. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुस्तुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूपदामोदर स्वामिन् इति नामिनि नमः सद्भक्तमनिये मणिपुरोद्भवाय च शिला प्रभुपादलसत्वानि प्रचारिणे रतायते नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिनि नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाये तदालिये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य ईश्वरम् कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः हरे कृष्णा once again welcoming you all on behalf of Bhaktivedanta Institute on this Saturday morning's Bhagavatam session. So we continue our discussions and today we shall discuss on the verse 30 of chapter 5 from the 10th canto. And the chapter is titled Meeting of Nanda Maharaj with Vasudeva. So as you will see from this translation and purport, there is very little purport actually. And in fact, the purport of Srila Prabhupada seems to be a little bit smaller than even the translation. So that's quite a challenge for me to then really bring out whatever the best possible. Still, I pray and beg for all your mercy so that I can speak something that is going to be fitting for this verse. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So, this meeting of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva, very crucial meeting, is happening in Mathura. And after the birth of the Lord, or you can say after he appeared, and then he was transferred by Vasudeva to Nanda Maharaj's Gokul Mahavan in his house. It is done so quietly that no one knows, not even Nanda Maharaj, not even Yashoda Mai. Only Vasudeva and Devaki know about it. That the Supreme Personality of Godhead was born here, and for his safety and as per his uh, instructions, he had to be carried to Gokul Mahavan in Nasing. So Vasudev never disclosed to Nanda Maharaj what happened to the eighth child. You know, it was generally understood that the eighth child was a girl who was born, and then this girl went like a, in the Akash, because she turned out to be Durga, because this girl was actually Yogamaya, transferred from the other place. Whereas Nanda Maharaj kept thinking that this child is actually his child. And, there's overall elation, jubilation all over the Gokul one. Nandagar Anand Bayo, Jai Kanaya Lalki, Hati Goda Palki, Jai Kanaya Lalki. So there was a practice in the villages that everyone, like how we pay our tax here, income tax we pay to the government. So there at that time, the tax was being deposited in Kamsa's custody. So everybody has to go and give. And Nanda Maharaj, being the Maharaj of that Vraja, he had to also go and deposit. So Nanda Maharaj went immediately, soon after the birth of the Lord, he went immediately, because for multiple reasons, he could have paid the tax a little later also. But he went to pay the tax soon, because he didn't want Kamsa's men to come and inquire why you have not paid the tax. And if they came to check that, then they would see that there is jubilation and celebration going on in Gokul Mahavan, and immediately they will go and report to Kamsa. And if that happens, there's a danger, because the Vani from that daughter who flew away was that, oh fool, oh you fool Kamsa, your killer is born somewhere else. So Kamsa is already fearful where this child is born. So basically he had decided that he had sent his people to virtually in every home wherever there's a newborn child, he wanted to have the information of that. So that's the reason, to avoid this person of Kamsa to come and visit here, he directly went, as soon as the child was born, he went to pay the tax. So this was in Mathura. And Mathura is also the place where Vasudeva and Devaki were jailed, Mathura jail. So now the question arises, and of course, the first thing he did was, because he went by bullock cart. From Gokul to Mathura is approximately 10 kilometers. So he went by bullock cart, and what was the tax that he paid? Those days, people were not paying money, but they were paying some of their valuable assets. So Nanda Maharaj had a lot of, gold, jewelry, diamond, gems and all that. So he put that in accordance to the produce that he had, and then he put it in the bullock cart, and he proceeded along with some of his people. And since he's carrying valuables, there's always, we have to be careful. That can be looted also on the way. So as soon as he reached in Mathura, during those days, like how we have car parking now, so there was a bullock cart parking area also. So he went and he parked his bullock cart there, and immediately he went, and the first thing he did was he paid the tax. Now this information Vasudeva got, that Nanda Maharaj has come here and is paying his tax. So he went to meet him, and when he went to meet him there, he was so thrilled to meet him, because after all, he is his younger brother. Nanda Maharaj is older brother, and he's older by a quite a big distance, and was a very wealthy person also. And in his village, there was always surplus of milk because there were abundant, so many cows were there, surplus cows, so abundant milk produced. And even because when the Lord is born, all the good fortune also prevails because Lakshmi Devi also comes and resides. So when the good fortune comes, then automatically the trees, they start bearing fruits, flowers starts blooming everywhere, and overall there is a lot of happiness and prosperity also. So Kamsa was actually virtually in a mood to meet Nanda Maharaj, and then he accept the whatever he was giving, and it was kept a secret, whatever is given. So Vasudev came, when he came to know, immediately came to meet him. So now, question may arise that why Vasudev did not invite Nanda Maharaj to meet him in the jail. Because if he had come there, he could have met not only Vasudev, but he could have also met Devaki, Mother Devaki there. So the Acharyas comment that the reason why Vasudev decided not to invite Nanda Maharaj, but on the other hand, go and meet him, they actually met in that parking area only, was because Vasudev was contemplating the nature of Devaki. He was thinking that as soon as Nanda Maharaj comes to meet, Devaki might, out of her mother instinct, she might straight away ask him, "How is my dear eighth child, the Supreme Personality of Godhead?" Because his Vasudeva and Devaki know that Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared, and then that has been transferred. So they will ask. So now even the naming ceremony is not yet done. Gargacharya has yet to be invited for the naming ceremony. So this whole secret would be broken to the entire village. And so that is not a good thing to happen. So as a result, Vasudev thought the best thing is I will meet Nanda Maharaj personally outside. And after meeting, the first thing he asked is everything okay? How is your son? Actually, he wanted to ask about even Balram, because Balram is also Vasudev's son from Rohini. And because of Kamsa's fear and because they were in the jail, Rohini preferred to stay with Nanda Maharaj. And we know that the womb transfer happened from Devaki to Rohini. And so that is how Balram was known as Rohini Nandan. But Vasudev internally knew that both of his sons, Balram and the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna, are under the care of Nanda Maharaj. So he asked him, it's my good fortune, my good fortune to meet you, how is Mother Rohini, my wife Rohini, and how is that child growing up, and how is the newborn? So all those things he was asking. And unfortunately, I'm not able to see them. So he was expressing the lamentation also. So it's basically a samvad that is going on between Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj. So when Nanda Maharaj is an elder brother, when he saw that Vasudeva was lamenting and feeling very, very sad that this has happened, and also as far as Nanda Maharaj is concerned, Vasudeva has lost all his children. He lost 6 children, and then the 7th one happened this way, and the 8th one, was a girl who has gone. So he didn't know what is actually, but at the same time he knew that Vasudeva case is a clear case of lamentation, where one after another, all his children he has lost. So now it's Nanda Maharaj's turn to console Vasudeva, and in the process he is giving him some gyan, he is giving him some knowledge. So here, therefore, he says that this is because of your prarabdha. And the word that is used for prarabdha here is adrishta. So adrishta actually means some activity you have performed in the past which you are not aware of now. That is, therefore, it is called unseen. But you are suffering the reaction for the same, or karma phal, as you say, So he says that, every jivatma, is under this kind of a situation where whatever action you have performed in the past, you'll have a reaction, and you're only seeing the reaction now. You have not seen the action that you have performed earlier. And this reaction, we say, is as nothing but our destiny. So therefore, he's trying to console him, don't worry. So everybody has to undergo this, and we never know what we have done in the past. And so this is all unseen, and it is adrishta. And only Yamaraj and probably Brahmaji know about this, because the Chitragupt keeps a record of all the activity every minute, every second that we do, and that is recorded. And when the final analysis is done, when the soul departs, as in in Bible they say, or even in Islam, the day of judgment. So in our case, in Sanatan, basically it is the soul, when it goes, the soul is giving a complete, Chitragupt along with Yamaraj sits and he gives a complete account of what has happened in this lifetime. And then they also know what he has done in the previous lifetime and in the previous lifetime. So complete record, like a database of that particular Atma, is kept. And then the reactions are, the fruits are awarded, either in favor, or sometimes it doesn't look like a favorable result. Sometimes the past sinful activities, everything does not manifest in one go. It is divided in several births also. So nobody has any idea of what he has done previously, and that's why the word that Nanda Maharaj is using here is adrishta. But at the same time, he is saying that one who has the knowledge of this. See, one thing is not having knowledge and then just blaming the destiny for everything. Other thing is to have knowledge, as it is used in this verse, adrishtam atmanas tattva. I mean, the tattva, anybody who understands this kind of tattva, that, oh, I have done something in the past, I may not know, but let me come to the understanding that today, whatever I am, it is because of my past sinful activities or past reactions I am getting now. So a person who knows that, Nanda Maharaj says, yo vedanasa muyati. That means a person who knows this tattva, adarsham atmanas tattva, he will never be under muyati. That means he will never be bewildered. Otherwise, we are all bewildered. We'll just bang our head and we'll say, why do bad things happen to good people? So it's clearly a case of adrishta. Now, Acharyas also comment one interesting thing, and this I have heard from Param Pujya Radha Govind Maharaj. So His Holiness Radha Govind Swami Maharaj says that when Nanda Maharaj was saying this to Vasudeva, don't worry, you will get all your sons back one day, just like how you have lost, one day you will get back the son. And the last son whom you have lost, the last son, you will get him after 11 years in Mathura. Now, these things at that particular moment, they comment that Goddess Saraswati sat in the tongue of Nanda Maharaj and made him say that. Because Nanda Maharaj does not know that this is Vasudeva's son that he is fostering now. He's going to be the foster father. At the same time, he's making us think that is going to happen in future. Then several years later, we see that, this has happened. I mean, they could meet Krishna in Mathura after 11 years. So this was already predicted by Nanda Maharaj also. But at that time, it was purely is Vani, which came by the mercy of Goddess Saraswati. So in this connection, we can take the analogy of when Krishna and Balram, during their education, they were going to their guru Sandipani Muni, and after they finished the education, it was time to give Guru Dakshina. So what Dakshina to be given? So they asked their Guru Sandipani Muni, what Dakshina can we give you? So his wife, the wife of Sandipani Muni, Guru Ma, she was suggesting that because she had they had lost one child quite recently. So she was saying that can you get our child back? And it was something like an impossible thing that they were asking, can you get the child back? So to which both Krishna and Balram said, yes, we can do that. Then they asked Sandipani, how did he die? So Sandipani Muni said that, he just went near this, they were the banks of that ocean. So he went near the banks of that ocean and suddenly the waves took him away and then we lost him. He got drowned there. So Krishna Balram, they say, okay, all right, we will see how we can get him back. So they go to the same Samudra and then they invoke Varun Dev to ask him how it all happened. Are you aware? So Varun Dev says, yes, I'm aware. This boy came here and suddenly there was one demon, inside the ocean. The demon came out and then took the child in his custody and went under the water. That's all. That's what I know. So Krishna Balram say, okay, then we will go under the water. So they go inside the water and they try to find this demon, first of all, because the demon can then answer. They found the demon, they punch him, they beat him, and they get some, they actually kill him. And from his stomach, they get Shanka. But they are not able to find the boy. So then they have got no option but to go to Yamaraj. And when they went to Yamaraj, they saw that the boy was there. So they requested Yamaraj to release this boy, and Yamaraj obliged, and they brought this boy back to Sandip Muni, the father of that boy. So Sandip Muni was very, very happy. Very happy. So this I'm saying in connection with Devaki. At some stage, when she heard about this story, that Krishna Balram could bring the son of Sandipuni back, she thought, why not I ask Krishna to bring my 6 children also back? Is there anything wrong in asking him that thing? So she asked the same question to Krishna when Krishna came to Mathura after 11 years. And Krishna obliged her that time. He brought her children back and he gave her the opportunity to breastfeed the children. So at least she felt satisfied as a motherly, she could do that. And, this gave immense joy even to Krishna. And in the process, they gave joy to Devaki Mata also. So coming back to this episode, now we are going back, to the thing that is yet to happen. So we have gone there back on the verse that Nanda Maharaj has spoken to Vasudeva, So he's emphasizing that it is Adrishta that has caused this separation, and the same Adrishta will once again unite you with your children. So Vasudeva, I was just thinking this point that, here Nanda Maharaj could gather the courage to talk about this to somebody who has lost 6 children only because of the close proximity and because he was a loving elder brother. Imagine we go to we meet somebody who has lost, forget 6, even 1 child. And then we say, oh, it is because of destiny. Don't worry. It will be a very bad thing. When normally we go and we sympathize, we console, and we extend our condolence and all that, but we never say it is because of a destiny, because that will be like already they are suffering, and we are further rubbing salt on the wound. But here, Vasudeva did not take like that. Vasudeva understood what Nanda Maharaj is trying to say, and Vasudeva was completely in sync with what Nanda Maharaj is saying. So after hearing that, Nanda Maharaj, Vasudeva said that, okay, dear Nanda Maharaj, now you have spent a lot of time here. Don't spend more time. You have paid your tax. Don't overstay in Mathura because you've got a bigger responsibility back home in Gokul Mahavan. And somehow Vasudeva had that intuition that there is some demon on the way to kill this child. And at that time, actually, Putana was preparing to go to Gokul to attack the child. So Nanda Maharaj took his advice quite seriously and headed back to Gokul on his bullock cart. So Adrishta Nishtayam. So Adrishta Nishtayam means what is explained here. And also I referred the Sarartha Darshini commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakra Thakur. So he also says that when the jiva or the man is completely under the control of destiny, it is destiny that decides to give happiness from children. It is a destiny that decides to give sorrow by taking away the children, and thus destiny rules. Destiny is supreme. It bestows the children and it takes them away also. And thus there is fate is like ultimate. There is no one equal to this fate. Let there not be any confusion. This clearly Vishwanath Chakra Thakur is saying in his commentary. So that unseen part, let us now explore this little bit more on the unseen. We have understood the philosophy, tattva part, and we all agree on that today whatever we are, it's our destiny. Okay. We don't know what we have done, prarabdha, aprabdha. So then we have to understand what is this unseen part. How does it actually work upon us? Because we are experiencing either good, sometimes we are experiencing bad, but we are not able to go backwards, isn't it? So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 4, he says, Karmano hi api bodhavyam. And bodhavyam cha vikarmana. And akarmanas cha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. So here Krishna is clearly describing one very important tattva which is completely in line with what we are studying today. He says whatever action we are performing, I mean the intricacies of this action are very difficult to understand. Okay, and therefore one should know the important thing, what is an action, and that is karma. What is a forbidden action, that is vikarma, and what is an inaction, that is akarma. So he talks about these three things, akarma, vikarma and karma. So if we know these things very clearly, then he says gahano karmano gatihi. Then we can understand a little bit about what sort of destiny is awaiting us. Today we are not able to see the past, but by knowing this and doing a little bit of evaluation, we will know what destiny awaits for us in future, where this karmic reaction is going to take us. So therefore this adrishta is also known as apurva. Srila Prabhupada gives a nice explanation of this in the 5th canto, in the purport. I mean, this is a section where Bharat Maharaj, the great Bharat Maharaj, is performing various yajna and as per the Vedic rituals. See, Bharat Maharaj is already a devotee, but yet he is performing these yajna, Vedic rituals, as per the principles of Purva Mimamsa. But Bharat Maharaj is very clear. He is not doing this to please the demigods or the devatas. He is doing this only to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. And his logic is that, see, normally these yajnas are performed to please devatas. So his logic is that I am massaging the lotus feet let's say, of spiritual master. So if this example that Prabhupada says in the purport, if I'm massaging the lotus feet of the spiritual master, who is getting pleased? Is it the leg or is it the spiritual master? I'm actually pleasing the spiritual master because when I'm massaging his lotus feet, I'm actually massaging him. So that is how we should understand Bharat Maharaj, because Bharat Maharaj being a elevated devotee is doing this yajna. He's not rejecting the principles, but he's very clear. So there, in that context, Srila Prabhupada says and gives a meaning to the word apurva. So he says apurva is the waiting period. It is the waiting period of some karmic reaction that is yet to manifest. And it takes time. So therefore, it's also called as adrishta, unseen. And from this, destiny is born. So we are seeing only the final thing, that is destiny. See, mera fate hai, मैं क्या करूं? So this actually, a lot has to be done now so that your future destiny can be saved. Therefore, for a Krishna conscious person, especially one who is sincerely enduring in the path of pure devotion, this destiny will be taken charge by Krishna. So Krishna will rewrite this destiny. When we say that destiny cannot change, yes, it cannot change. But for a surrendered soul, depending upon the degree of surrender, Krishna will take charge and Krishna will then rewrite the destiny. So this prarabdha karma, if you want to just understand a little bit more, it can be understood from Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So this is actually the adrishta is very nicely explained there. He says there are 3 divisions of this prarabdha karma. And this is primarily the first stage is bija, that is karma bij. You are planting the seed of your karma. So for example, analogy, when you plant, the seed, that is actually an action. So I'm basically sowing the seed in the ground and I performed an action. This is apurva. And of course, under right conditions like sunshine, proper nutrients, rainfall, this seed will gradually fructify. Now this seed, when it will fructify, even the farmer does not know. There can be a small mustard seed, tiny mustard seed. There can be a big seed of avocado fruit, very big seed. Mango seed also is quite big. So depending upon the, when it will fructify, that is depending upon so many things, conditions and the property of that seed and the plant also. In fact, there are cases when it is said that some produce or they come out in the form of a tree or germinate in the form of flowers and fruits. It takes even 100 years. It can take even 100 years. It is not that today the farmer puts the seed and then he puts all the things, water, ingredients, nutrients and all that, and sunshine is there, rain is there. Okay, tomorrow, no, it doesn't happen that way. One has to be patient. Just like how the mother is patient, Prabhupada says, for the child to come out, it takes 9 months. It doesn't happen overnight, whatever she tries. So this bija, seed that is sown, it is like an action that we have put it in place. So how can we remember what we have done? Hundreds and thousands of years back, hundreds and thousands of lifetimes back. It's impossible. Some seeds give nice fruits. Some seeds gives poisonous. This also, like it seems, it is this castor beans. Castor beans, if it is sown, it will give a poisonous output. So the shrubs that comes out is poisonous. So the results are coming out after some time. So that is what actually we should understand. And now the next stage is the seed comes out and it is coming out of the ground. You are able to see the plant. And so that is basically nothing but our behavior and the kind of choices we make, the impressions that are in our mind. all this is coming from the previous samskaras, as it is said. Good samskaras will yield good results, bad samskaras will give bad results. So it's called su-samskara and ku-samskara. Good and bad samskaras will lead accordingly. And then finally this tree grows and the fruit comes out. And the fruit is immediately when it comes out, it is not ripe. Even to ripe also it takes time. It is kacha initially, then it becomes pakka. So that's why Narottam Das Thakur says that the sense gratification that we are all wanting to experience, it is like a poison. No, we are poisoning our mind to such an extent that it makes it harder and harder going forward to have a better and better destiny. And finally, the reaction comes. That reaction is drishta. So from adrishta, it becomes drishta. So this is the whole cycle of our destiny. And Nanda Maharaj was trying to explain this concept to Vasudeva. But in simple terms, as a devotee, what we should understand is that this destiny also is under the control of Maya. And Maya is under the control of Krishna. Daivi Haisha Gunamai Mama Maya Duratya Mam Evaye Prapadyante Maya Etam Tarantite. So the only way to get out of this wretched situation is to focus on our present. And our present is not favorable as well. Our present, we are in this material world which is Durga, Durg. And Durga means like a fortress. It's a very powerful fortress. We can't even dream how strong it is. We can't get out of this place. There are some jails in, Tihar jail is nothing. There are some jails I understand in Berlin, which is extremely, the walls are very, very tall. No one can ever think of escaping from that. And this Durg that we are in is hundreds and thousands and millions of times, taller than that kind of a fortress. So we are like mustard seeds inside that. How can we even jump and get out of this place? And even if we try our own efforts, because of our ego, Prakriti Kriya Manani Guna Karma, so Maya will then try to focus her attention upon us, and she will not allow us to leave this place. That's why this situation, these devatas in the Swargalok know very well, and they sometimes make fun of this our situation and Manav, Jivas also. When they have it's a joke, when they have a fight among themselves, like when we have a fight among ourselves, we say kutte, kamine, and all those kind of words come out. They say, when they fight, it is said that they say that, hey Manav Jat, hey Manav kamine, like that they'll say. So it's basically referred to a degraded, we are like, degraded people. And who is responsible for that? We ourselves. We have sown that seed in our, in ourselves. And yet, despite being in this tall fortress, we are trying to make homes of sand on the shore of the ocean. The small child is going with his papa and mama, and then while the papa and mama are enjoying a stroll, this child is making nice home, and only to be disappointed that one wave comes and this entire one wave of ocean destroys the entire home of sand that is made. So our position is like that. We laugh at the ants and cockroaches, mosquitoes, or the insects which have got a very short lifespan, maybe of 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, or whatever, overnight and all that. And in that lifetime, they try to have a family, they try to make a home, they try to expand, everything they try in that also. And for us, it is a comedy thing, how they can do all that. So exactly the devatas are thinking about us like that. These people have got such a lifetime. It's like devatas, 24 hours is like our 1 year. So our entire lifetime is few hours for them, or maybe few days, nothing. So that's why, it's not a good, pleasant situation to be in this. So therefore, we should be conscious, and we should always try to serve and surrender the lotus feet of the Lord and his bona fide representatives. Yatha taror mula nischachena. What is the meaning of that? When you water the root of the taror tree, triptyanti tad skanda bhuja upaksha upashaka. That means all these branches, the sub branches, twigs, everybody will get the nourishment, and you don't have to individually go to every branch and leaf to water. So, like that, we as devotees, should understand that just like how we eat to fulfill the appetite of stomach, but in the process, the nutrition goes to all parts of the body, hands, limbs, head, everywhere. Similarly, we must focus our attention undividedly upon the lotus feet of the Lord to serve Him. And then this muhyati will go away. Denosmi neta dehe kaumaram yo panam jara tata dehantari prapte dhiras tatrana muhyanti. So we will not be bewildered with such action. Because at the end of the day, we are Jiva Tattva, we are conditioned soul. We are not Trikalagniya, that we know the past, present, and future. Past ruled out, future also we don't know, present also we don't know properly. What is going to happen, what we are doing, what we did yesterday, today, tomorrow, what we are going to do next. Right now when I'm sitting and talking, I don't know whether I'm stamping any ant below my leg. I don't know. And that will give me, that is a adrishta for me. I don't know whether somebody is standing outside the main door and plotting something against us. I don't know. So, therefore, Krishna consciousness and destiny, there is some connection. We have to ensure that we surrender, and then the fear factor that we have, what will happen next, what will happen. This fear is coming because the element of death. Simple thing is the death. Because what will happen at the time of death? What will happen after death? Who will take care of my wife, children? What will happen to them? What will happen to my property, assets, bank balance? All this comes and plays. And we fail to realize that even the small punishment that we get despite being devotee is nothing but yasyaham anugrahami. Krishna is giving us that mercy. How he is giving is, he is saying that harishya taddanam shane. Slowly he takes away our wealth. And once he takes away wealth, we become like poor, poverty stricken. Tato adanam tejanti asya. Tajanti, that means even your relatives and friends will leave you. Sojana. And then you will be completely under dukkha, dukhitam. That is our position in this material world. So we understand that Nanda Mahārāja is giving this knowledge. But at the same time, we should not think that Nanda Mahārāja and Vasudeva are like our level. That's why they're talking. No, they are already liberated souls. They don't. They are beyond this three modes of nature. They are, just come in this form to assist Lord in His pastime, and they are uttering such statements for our benefit only. Not that Nanda Maharaj needs to know what Vasudeva is saying on such matter, or Vasudeva needs to know what Nanda Maharaj is acting. No, not like that. Okay, it's 8:32. I'll stop here. And if there are any comments or questions, please come forward. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Very nice class. I am traveling and some sound may come, but yeah, Prabhu. So anybody has any question, please come forward.
I think everyone is pondering, the situation of our conditioned soul in this fortress of Durg, how we are going to get out of this Durg. So maybe people are all wondering. So questions may come, or they may probably digest it and look for a lotus feet for surrendering. This is my understanding.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I have one question, that in what form this destiny are stored in the universe? Like, I often wonder that, is it in numbers or in what form? Like, whatever we do, karmas, in what form it gets stored? Something like that. If you have...
Very, very good question. And we are scientific people, so we think scientifically. analytically. Reason, we have to reason out. So my understanding, Prabhu, is that like how we have certain ways of storing data, what we call as database, hard disk, and all that. So here the person in charge is Chitragupt. So Chitragupt keeps a track of all this. It is not anybody else's jurisdiction. Chitragupt works under the direction of Yamaraj. So he has been empowered to do this act. So the moment after death in the soul travels, it is said that as per Garuda Puran, the soul takes approximately 2 years to reach Yamalok. And in these 2 years, he undergoes various things, better not to mention here because it will give us only more, we'll become more morose of what is in store for us. Better be blissful in Krishna conscious. But when he reaches Yamalok, at that time, अपनों को कचेरी पे खड़ा करके यमराज चित्रगुप्त सो वी हैव टू फेस क्या आपने नहीं किया है ये किया है नहीं किया है फटाक वन आपने नहीं किया सो देन दे विल प्ले द ट्रेलर बिफोर यू सी in this lifetime you did like this is what you did, and at that time you will get the knowledge also कि हाँ I was this last time, oh I was like this the previous last, so all that ना पूरा पन्ना खुल जाएगा. So this is my understanding. I don't know where it is mentioned anywhere, but since there is a person called Chitragupt who is maintaining it, then it is his responsibility, Prabhu. How he keeps it, whether he is keeping it in numbers or he is keeping it in some code words, no idea. It has to be definitely some supersonic approach to keep it.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Questions? Why there are no questions? Everything is so
Prabhuji,
clear.
we're afraid to ask any questions.
Why? I'm not
No,
embarrassed.
because the magnitude of today's discussion was so it's beyond our comprehension. But still, I wanted to understand that all our activities may not be akarma, right? So, but still, we are afraid that we are sowing seeds, bija for future karmas. So, knowing that we should do only akarma, free from all activities, and dovetail everything to Krishna. What about those which we are doing? We have done in the recent past, which we are doing now, and which we'll be doing in the future also. So, quite frightened to ask you. So, we didn't ask.
This adrishta. So, first and foremost thing we should understand from Bhagavad Gita, we should not do anything that is vikarma. That's clear. Unless we have knowledge, we will not know what is vikarma. So, people who are not exposed to Bhagavad Gita, they will do vikarma also. So, if you do vikarma, you are adding more and more bad things to your destiny. So, come to the level of at least karma. Karma means to do that as per the rules and regulations. Okay. And then go beyond that to akarma. And that is being a devotee, Krishna conscious. Our only goal is to please the Lord. Our only goal is to please our spiritual master because they are pure. So you try to please a pure soul, that is akarma. That means you are doing action, but it's inaction also in that. Okay, there is no reaction. So there is action in action. So or you can say inaction in action. You are doing action, but there is no reaction. That is inaction. That is akarma. So as you rightly said, dovetailing as Rupa Goswami has said, Nirbadhe Krishna Sambandhe Yukte Vairagyam Uchate. So when we dovetail all our activities, see, we don't have to break our head. We have been so simple in Kali Yuga. You chant and be happy. You think of Krishna all the time. They say never forget Krishna, always remember Krishna. So these 2-3 things if we follow, what it means is that all our activities will slowly, first of all, our senses will get purified by chanting. Our mind will be purified. And once that happens, our actions will be purified. And even if, see, we are all in the path. Somebody is in KG, somebody is in play school also, and we are enjoying that. But then we are all in the right path. First of all, we should be happy with our adrishta that we are in the path of the right school of getting Krishna conscious knowledge. And we know that from Acharyas that this school will take us to the right destiny. So that faith alone is enough for us to proceed. Now, as you said, we have to then dovetail all our activities, whichever way you look at it. It is Krishna, Krishna, Krishna in everything. And if you do that, then there is no question of even karma. All that is akarma only. And then there is a not only good destiny, but there is a bright destination for us. That is Goloka. So we are all in that Goloka Express, spaceship, and there are so many of us in that. And there is a captain. We have to just follow what he says, and he will supersonic way. He will take us. As you can see behind me, you can see the universe, right? So this universe will pass through. We'll break the barriers of this universe, and zoop, we'll go to one day. It will happen. Which lifetime we don't know. Surely it will happen. That faith, if we have, then we are rightly situated. Does that give some perspective to your question or thinking?
Very much, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
So there is a question in the chat box by Varsha Kumari Mataji. Let me just see. Prabhuji, after every birth, do we go to Yamaraj for our wrongdoings? So why they show our wrongdoings for many lifetimes? Not only one recent birth. Yeah. So because see, we are the soul is transmigrating from one body to another body, and in every body, whatever, if you have done some vikarma, the vikarma cannot go unpunished, isn't it? And similarly, if you have done some karma, fruitive actions for which you need to enjoy also in this material world, then you need to enjoy in the material world because you asked for it. So basically, our desires are getting fulfilled. Whether it is Yamaraj is fulfilling it, under the direction of Krishna. So somebody has to fulfill it. So Yamaraj has been given that responsibility. Okay. That said, we are all wearing Kantimala, right? We are all wearing Kantimala. So this Kantimala, like the way it happened for Ajamila, when the Yamuduts come, they will see this Kantimala and they will say that, oh, this person is wearing Kantimala, so he's a Vishnu devotee, so we should not disturb him. Okay, so see, this Kantimala is not worn for fashion. If we are wearing it for fashion, then it has got no value, then we will be dragged in the usual way. But because we are wearing it for a purpose, and if we are honoring that purpose, then Vishnu Doots will come. And Vishnu Doots will definitely do the right thing for us. So that's why I said in the class that once we surrender to Krishna, then there's every chance that our destiny will be rewritten. It will be, the shortcuts will be made. Instead of going by stairs, by lift, we can go. So a lot of other benefits will come. So we should have that faith that my destiny is going to be good and my destination is going to be Golok. That's why in this life I've got a spiritual master. That's why in this lifetime I've got so many association of good devotees around me. Otherwise I'll be rotting. Like any other person, I'll be rotting. I'll be well off materially, with so many opulences and all that. But no knowledge of Krishna, no association of devotees. What does it count to? Nothing. So that way we have to think. Okay, does it answer? All right. Okay, so it's already 8:42, and if there are no further burning questions in the mind, then I think we end the class. Yeah. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I have one question. Even suppose I wanted to do this akarma, means like inaction, you are saying. So there are certain responsibilities, duties that I have to fulfill, looking after parents, this and that. So does it comes under this akarma or karma?
Yeah, certainly looking after parents is our duty. If you are doing it on a body level, it is karma. If you are doing it at the soul level, jaiva dharma, so then it becomes akarma. Why we should treat, first of all, we should see that my father for this life is my father. At the end of the day, like me, is an Atma. So the primary driving force should be Atma. He is part and parcel of the Lord. I am part and parcel of the Lord. Therefore, I love him. Secondary, he is my father on the body platform in this life. So therefore, I've got some bodily duties, and the duties which I perform for him or for my mother or parents in general should be such that I give them the Krishna conscious, I do everything keeping Krishna in the center. And that is what Krishna conscious is all about. What is that activity which is not Krishna conscious? Nothing. Actually, in one sense, if you see everything that we do, even when we sit, the Muslims, when they say sit down, I'm not glorifying Islam, but I've seen 9 out of 10 Muslims. I've lived in Saudi Arabia for 5 years. I've seen that when they sit, they say Bismillah. When they stand, they say Bismillah. So we say Krishna. So every time when you say Krishna, you start breathing Krishna. In your veins, in your blood, Krishna will flow. What goes in also will come out. So if Krishna in the transcendental form is going inside, then he will also make you see that he's sitting inside your heart. He will also direct your actions. He will take charge. You have a free will, and that free will you will surrender to him, and you will be happy doing that, not forcefully. You cannot give your free will to somebody else, but you can give it to him. And then you will see that he will make changes for you. Everything will look Krishna conscious for you. And this is what Paramahamsas are all about. So at this stage, what you're saying, I can understand fully. We have to grow. That's why I said in the first place, we are in the right boat. Okay, there are different economic class. Then there is advanced economic class with a longer leg space. Then there is business class, and there is upper deck first class with a complete. So these are basically nothing. We are all in the same plane, but then there are different levels of comforts based on what you have paid. So similarly, based on our past activities, we are having this body. Now we are getting knowledge. Use this knowledge to perfect the activities now. Then adrishta will gradually disappear and only drishta will come in front of you. Is it clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So I think we'll end here now. Thank you all so much for your wonderful association. And I also like for me, I get enrichment by your presence. So thank you so much. And Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhumevacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnavande ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavande ki Paad ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Hari Bol. SG Shyam Chandra ki jai ho.
Hare Krishna.
So we can wind up.
I'm closing the call.